Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.
Number 5. Alex Lowe. Alex Lowe was a well-renowned American mountaineer. He climbed several peaks in North America and Asia, and was well regarded by his peers. In 1995, Lowe received the American Alpine Club's Underhill Award for Outstanding Mountaineering Achievement, the highest honour in US mountaineering. However, in September of 1999, Lowe, Anker, and David Bridges travelled to the Himalayan giant Shishimengma, the fourth highest peak in the world, as part of the 1999 American Shishimengma ski expedition. 3 weeks into their trek, Lowe's group, Lowe, Anker and Bridges, were crossing a flat glacier when an avalanche started to come straight at them. Lowe's team at first thought the slide posed no threat to them and took photographs of it, before realising that it was heading straight for them. The avalanche swept all 3 men. Anker was thrown a reported 100 feet by the wind blast and suffered a laceration to the head and 2 broken ribs and a dislocated shoulder, but emerged from the snow and led a rescue attempt that spanned a reported 20 hours in the large debris field, measuring up to 20 feet deep. Neither Lowe nor Bridges were wearing a distress radio beacon, which might have helped the rescuers pinpoint their bodies, but neither of the bodies were ever found. Number 4. Rich Weiss. Richard Weiss was a West German-born American slalom kayaker who competed from the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s. He won a silver medal at the K1 event at the 1993 ICF Canoe Slalom World Championship in Mezana. Weiss also competed in 2 Summer Olympics, finishing a respectable 6th place at the K1 event in Atlanta 1996. In the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, his finish was mired in controversy after a television replay showed a judge's error which costed him a bronze medal. However, in 1992, Weiss attempted to run Big Brother, a Class 5 rapid with a 30-foot waterfall. Unfortunately, Weiss's attempt proved to be unsuccessful as he drowned in the White Salmon River in Washington State. His death rocked the paddling world, as his paddling skill and the section where the mishap occurred reinforced the notion that if it can happen to him, it could happen to anyone. Number 3. Phil Hughes. Phil Hughes was a keen Australian Test batsman. He played domestic cricket for South Australia and Worcestershire. He was a left-handed opening batsman who played for 2 seasons with New South Wales before making his Test debut in 2009 at the age of 20. However, during an afternoon session of the Sheffield Shield match between South Australia and New South Wales at the Sydney Cricket Ground on the 25th of November 2014, Hughes, batting at 63, not out, was struck on the neck by a ball after missing an attempted hook shot to a bouncer from New South Wales bowler Sean Abbott. Although Hughes was wearing a helmet, the ball struck an unprotected area just below his left ear, which immediately left him collapsing to the ground. He was subsequently taken to hospital, where he underwent surgery and was placed into an induced coma. Unfortunately, Hughes died from his injuries 2 days later. Number 2. Tommy Cooper. Tommy Cooper was a British prop comedian and magician. Cooper was a member of the Magic Circle, and was respected by traditional magicians. He was particularly famous for his ubiquitous red hat and his just like that catchphrase. He introduced what is widely followed by magicians, the comedy magic mix. Unfortunately, during a live show on the 15th of April 1984, Cooper collapsed from a heart attack in front of millions of television viewers, midway through his act on the London weekend television variety show Live from Her Majesty's, transmitted live from Her Majesty's Theatre. The assistants smiled at him as he collapsed, believing that it was part of the act. Likewise, the audience gave uproarious laughter as he fell gasping for air. Little did they know that at this time it was not actually part of the act. Number 1. Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin, named the Crocodile Hunter, was a well-renowned Australian wildlife expert, television personality, and conservationist. Irwin achieved worldwide fame for the television series The Crocodile Hunter, an internationally broadcasted wildlife documentary series which he co-hosted with his wife Terry. Irwin grew up loving all wildlife, especially reptiles. He caught his first venomous snake, a common brown, at the tender age of just 6, and would often arrive late to school after convincing his mother to pull over so he could rescue a lizard off the road. However, on the 4th of September 2006, Irwin was killed while snorkeling at the Bat Reef, part of the Great Barrier Reef, near Port Douglas, Queensland. Irwin approached a stingray allegedly 8 feet wide in chest-deep water from behind in order to film it swimming away. According to the only witness of the attack, all of a sudden it propped on its front and started stabbing wildly with its tail, hundreds of strikes in a few seconds. Irwin initially believed it only punctured his lung, but the spine had pierced his heart and he bled out. The ray's behaviour appeared to have been a defensive response to being boxed in. Crew members aboard Irwin's boat administered CPR and rushed him to shore, but medical staff pronounced him dead at the scene.